Hey, welcome back to the Bianconeri live at 5. My name is Julian Gennady. With me is Alejandro Fancello. It is International Day or Break Day number 2 only. We're in the beginning of it, but we do have a lot of news today. So and subscribe if you haven't already, and do all that stuff. Ale, how are you?
Good.
Hey, okay. You
I'm
look ready
okay.
to rock.
Yeah.
You look ready to rock. You know what? Um, Before we talk about the two elephants in the room that came out today, there was a lot of players, or there are a lot of players that come out during the international break and just speak
Yeah.
and
Because they're
like about
free.
their clubs. They are free. You're exactly right. Like Gabriel Jesus spoke today. Bruno Fernandes spoke today. Obviously, we know we're going to talk about Zakaria and Ligt. There's just so many people or so many players just talking to their reporters in their homelands.
Yeah.
Um, and then obviously it makes it out to the people, the fans, and we have to discuss it. So, who do you want to start with first, Dalit or Zakaria?
Um. I think Zakaria, because the leg thing is more general, like bigger than just Allegri. It's Agnelli, involving Agnelli, in my opinion, or decision making. It's like Zakaria is just purely Allegri.
Yeah. So sorry, who do you want to start off with?
Zakaria, I think.
Okay, we'll start with Dennis the Menace because he is now um, obviously Is he gonna like? We don't even know if he might be coming back.
Yeah, that was the wildest thing.
Just like the dude went on not like a rampage because he was very polite the way he said it. But
I
like
don't know.
no, like he himself, his body, like the way he was talking, was like yeah, he was nice about it, but like
Yeah, I
his words
mean,
meant a lot.
yeah, he replaced the word shit with other words, basically.
Yeah,
So that was nice, but like it's not nice. Like especially if you're on loan. Like one, he knows Chelsea are gonna sign him, which I doubt. But
he's
two
not played
is
a minute
like
for Chelsea.
he doesn't care at all. Or three is he knows he's been in the locker room. He knows Allegri's not gonna be here for long, so he's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna speak, basically.
Okay, so let's do I want to put in layman's terms what he said, or do you want me to read verbatim what he said?
I get it up. I get it up on the
Yeah.
screen.
Okay. So Zakaria talked. I forget who did he talk to. Blick
I
something.
think that's an Austrian newspaper, Swiss newspaper.
Yeah, it must be something like that. Did he get called up to the national team? I have no idea. Probably.
I'm not sure.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so this is Zakaria talking about not holding. He wasn't holding back on Allegri and his playing style. Obviously, everyone can see it on the screen here. He says, "I believe I will be happier in England, so in London at Chelsea, than in Torino. Maybe Juve's playing style wasn't for me. The team sat back a lot. They should always be at the top of the table and win 3-0 in all their matches. I am a player who needs a lot of space for my runs. Maybe this will suit me better in England." Allegri, how do we play? Like,
also, he said like Allegri doesn't really communicate a lot, so I didn't have a lot of conversations with him. That's what he also said in
I
training,
can see that.
basically. Um,
I can see that.
and who came out today and say Allegri is like a coach? He doesn't give real instructions, or like he doesn't go into details. He just lays out the how do you want to say it? The
The game plan?
Yeah, but like the big picture, and then he basically
Yeah.
tells like figure it out, which is weird because Evra said the complete opposite and said basically he went into detail. So maybe it changed, like maybe
He's changed. Yeah, absolutely.
maybe he doesn't really put in the work he did years back. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't want to suggest that because that's very unprofessional in my opinion. If you're on that money, but like that's the vibes I'm getting at the moment.
Well, let's think about it. Former player Patrice Evra says one thing, Dennis Zakaria and this other player saying another thing. It's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna lie, Zakaria. And like what he
Yeah.
says, we can see it on the pitch. Like it's not that he says, just saying, yeah, he plays attacking football. Like, that would be a lie because we cannot see it. But he basically, told us what we actually knew, but just straight from a player, basically, who's still, he's still on our books, basically. Like, technically, like, he's on loan.
I don't think anything like grand or anything about it. I don't think it was malicious.
No.
I think he was being honest.
Yeah.
And I think that even if he does come back, Allegri won't be here.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I genuinely think that. Like, I genuinely think, because I don't, just again, like I said, he's played 0 minutes for Chelsea since he's arrived, and it's been what, 3 weeks, and they've had 6 games or something. I want to get into that in a bit as well after we talk about Ligt, but there's no way Chelsea's triggering that release or that buy option.
No.
For another 28 million. There's no way. And he's obviously going to come back. And then if Allegri and him are still there, that's awkward. But he's totally right. Let's talk about it a bit. We've been questioning this for how long now? He's been around for what, 16 months since he's come back?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And we've not seen any progression in terms of style of play. We've not seen any style of play. Zakaria comes in January, and the team's regressed since January pretty much. So I don't blame Zakaria, and I hope he does come back with the new coach. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I don't blame. Like, I mean, if he was still at the club, like if he was in the squad, even though he's right, I would find that a big issue. Like, I found it a big issue what Allegri said in the media. Like, just keep it in-house. It will leak. Yeah. Like, stuff will leak, but like, just don't put it out there. Absolutely. Don't do it, So let's say Di Maria said that today in his presser.
Not good.
I would agree, but I'm like, no, that's not the way to go. The same as Allegri shouldn't be going to the media and say the things he said. Just keep it in-house, that's fine. Like, if you left the club, then you're just being honest. Like, you can say, again, Zakaria's situation is a bit different because he's speaking like he's gone, like he's not coming back ever. And that reminded me a bit of, I forgot the name now.
Old Juve player?
No, was someone in England. But yeah, or even Caldara when he joined Atalanta on loan from Milan, and like he was talking about the Champions League and stuff. Yeah. It's like, you're on loan. Like, I'm not sure you should be talking like that. You're still on loan. But like, I mean, he didn't care. And let's say if this was last season, I think a lot of fans would still be, shut up, don't speak, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
But everybody is pissed now. Like, usually when, or like with the Ligt, we will talk about the Ligt. When the Ligt speaks, usually Twitter goes mad. Shut the fuck up, blah, blah, blah. All those things. And at the beginning, I was like, I mean, in 1 week, like, he mentioned us 20 times. I'm like, okay, chill now. Even if you get answered the question, just say, nah, like, move on. But even today, like, at this point, he speaks and fans are like, there's still a few saying, don't disrespect the club. Like, he's not disrespecting. Like, he's just saying what we're saying, basically.
So if anything, he's saying he expects more, which we are saying as well. He's saying we should be winning 3-0. Yeah, we should be beating Monza, Salernitana 3-0. That's the reality. He's right in that regard.
He is right.
But I honestly, I like it. I like when other people are saying what's wrong with the team, especially if they're in this kind of funk right now. And again, this all stems from upper management to to the coach. And before we go into Dalit's comments, because you said he talked, let's just talk about all the players that have left this summer or recently. Arthur Melo, playing with the Liverpool U21s. Coach says he's not fit enough. He can't keep up. There's an issue. Dennis Zakaria has not played a second for Chelsea Football Club. They're saying that he's not fit enough. He's not ready enough to play. Matthias de Ligt went into the Bayern Munich and not fit enough, not ready to rock, and he's struggled for 9 games since he's been there. There's a pattern here. Look at our team. We can't even play for 20 minutes without blowing a gas.
Yeah, I mean,
The only guy who's done
obvious.
well is Dybala.
Yeah, and even he picked up an injury now. The only players who are doing well with us are players who we just signed in terms of fitness.
Yeah.
No,
Kostic,
maybe.
Milik, Paredes.
Yeah, they look fit. Like they look sharp. Like they look, and that's why.
And Bremer.
Yeah, and that's why when he subs off Milik and Kostic, I'm like, you idiot. Like, I mean, they can go. Like, they can play another 30, 90 minutes, whatever. They can do it. Like, you're subbing off the players who have the most energy. You bring in Keane, and for the last 15-minute cameos, you know they're not going to change the game. Like, based on a year and a half almost. Just let those fit players, because it's obvious and clear. Like, it's not that... how do you want to say that? Like, we're just grasping at straws. Like, they're fit. Like, Paredes can go for 90 minutes at full tempo. No problem. No issue at all. Kostic, same. Like, forget about quality. He will keep running. He keeps running for 90 minutes. No problem for him. Same for Milik. Like, no problem. But when you look at the rest of the squad, you're like, oh my God. Like, what did we do in preseason? And remember when I said, like, I think we started a bit late. Like,
we did.
I said, like, everybody.
I said that too. I said, what are we
everybody
doing?
is going. I'm like, we're late, man. We're actually late, And then we fly to America.
The U.S.
Like, like the day before we play a game. I'm like, this is not like, it's set up really, really strange. Like, it's set up really strange, in my opinion. That was just my opinion.
Yep.
And then the Atletico preseason game, I was like, oh my God. Like,
not even on the same level. Stratosphere. Not even the same stratosphere.
They played at the side. We played at the same tempo as I play on Sunday. Like, that's the same tempo we play. Like, and if you play against it, not even a good side, just a side with stamina, that's what you get. And it was so clear, and it was already worrying. But Allegri teams are always like this. The only difference is previous years, we were just on old machine. Somehow we will get the result. Besides that one season where we started horrendous, like, just based on quality and like intelligence, whatever, fear. People like clubs feared us. We were winning games, but like we weren't looking good the first month in terms of like sharpness, fitness, and now we're the end of December when we go back, September, excuse me, and we don't look fit. Like, the only hope, because Agnelli is keeping Allegri now, because apparently he thinks he can turn it around, whatever. He doesn't have time with the team now. The only hope for a turnaround, and I mean a reaction somehow, is the players leaving Allegri for 2 weeks, having some fun, forgetting about the misery, coming back and being in the national team vibe and show up for a game or two. Like, that's the only turnaround I can see. Just based on, we had a good time at the national team, let's give it a go again. That's the only, how do you want to say that? The only reason, I can give to a little turnaround. Not a season turnaround, because I have no clue, and I keep saying it, what Agnelli is believing. Even if they think that Pogba comes back into the team, or Chiesa, and it will be like, the issue is not really quality at this point. It's quality, but like, that's not the main issue at the moment. It's not quality. And the fact that he keeps saying, if we are with a full squad, I'm like, you're relying on Chiesa, who hasn't played football for over a year, to pick this team up and, drag it on. Like, that's why you, like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's even more ridiculous that the club is buying it at this point. Not Nedved. Like, he's like, don't attach my name to this. And I'm not praising Nedved because he makes mistakes. Like, he does weird things, but
all right, who's you on now? Nedved or no?
Nedved. No. Like, I just want to change. like, I'm not sides, whatever. But like, Nedved actually played at a high level. I think he knows what a team looks like that will not perform. And either way, what will happen with this coach? Like, he cannot motivate him. That's obvious. Players leaving, talking absolute crap. Like, so imagine the player, like, two left. Like, imagine how many players in the squad at this moment in time are in the squad and are sitting in that locker room pre-game, and they're looking at Allegri. I'm like, and they're probably like, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, it's not gonna work.
So
it's not gonna work. Like, we don't want to do this. Hey, that's an issue, man. And out of the top of my head, I can name like 5-6 players starting that will probably be looking at Allegri at this point, and that's an issue. Like, it's an issue.
You think it's the veterans?
Not even Bonucci, like those players, not, but like not even the youngsters, because they don't know. Like, Allegri's the youngsters coach.
The youngsters are like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I can to start.
Yeah,
so I'm
it makes sense. Like, it's the first coach. Like, they don't know. It's not like it's okay. But like the players he signed, Di Maria, even Paredes, like, Vlahovic looked pissed as hell.
Yeah.
Like, he looks depressed. Like, every time the camera zooms in him, I feel sorry. Like, I almost want to hug him. I'm like, oh boy, he's gonna cry at some point on that pitch. Yeah. That's what he looks like. So that's already 3. I think Colorado is not a fan at the moment. I don't believe that.
I'm not a fan of him.
That's fair, but like, he starts. That's an issue. Like, he's playing. It's an issue. He plays.
Yeah.
Like, that's already 4.
Yeah.
And probably Perim will hate him when he puts Chesney back in goal.
Yeah.
He will be like, nah, not having this. You know? For me, it's an issue. The team is gone.
Yeah. Like, Paredes came in September 1st?
Yeah.
He came into this after playing with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, and he's coming in. He's like, "What the fuck am I? What is this?" We finally got a good coach at PSG that's playing great together. That allows us to go forward, and we're still responsible defensively. And I'm here, and we're letting Monza have 60% of the ball.
Yeah. I saw like, and the excuse was a red card. And I saw a lot of people making that as an excuse. I'm like, and then Marquinhos came out and he said, like, that's not an excuse. You're still better. Like I don't. He was basically like, I don't care. Like, it's freaking Monza. He didn't say it's freaking Monza because he works for TV. Like, he's not gonna shit on Monza. But with different words, he was saying, like, it's Monza. Like, man the fuck up. Like, 10 men or not, like, it's and to be honest, like, Monza are poor. Like, it was not like they were peppering us with chances. They had possession, but they had no clue what to do with that ball.
They had 17 shots that game, but most of them were outside the box.
Yeah, like, we made one mistake at the back and they scored.
Yep.
That's it. They weren't good, you know?
No.
We were just poor. Even with 10 men, there was space. Like, I remember the Danilo counter, and I was like, that's it.
He chose to pass to Bremer.
And even that pass was wrong. Like, it wasn't hard enough. Like, it didn't even reach Bremer. Like, if it reached Bremer, I was like, okay. Like, it didn't even did that. I'm like, these players.
You get a 3-on-2 and with 2 center backs.
That's also, that's okay. But like center back or not, like, that's an easy pass.
I know.
I mean, that's like, they don't have confidence whatsoever. Like, they don't. They're just playing because they're paid to play. Yep. That's basically it. They don't care.
At the moment, that's how it is.
They don't. I'm not saying they don't care about the club or the results. They don't care about the coach. They don't. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't respect him anymore. And I mean, I have no idea what Agnelli is thinking at this point.
Yeah, he's thinking money, and then that's the wrong approach.
Yeah, but think money.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying
okay. So, if it goes worse and we're out of the Champions League, nowhere near a title race, he's like, now I'm gonna sack him. I'm like, what? Like,
I saw Hanin say on Twitter today, if Hanin's in here, can you please verify what you said? But apparently Paulo Nonmolo mentioned that at the end of 2 years, if he's not in the top 4 by the end of 2 years, you can sack him for less.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. And that makes no sense. You're out of top 4, correct. You're losing money anyway, so I don't really know what. That's a weird arrangement. That's a very weird arrangement. Like, then I don't know. You can still make top 4. Like, this league is crap. Like, let's be completely honest. It's crap. Napoli's doing well.
You know what it's like to me? It's like the North America, like the NHL and NFL. Anybody could beat anybody. It's like parody.
Yeah, like Napoli's doing well, but like nobody besides Napoli.
They drew Lecce. They drew Lecce and Fiorentina like 0-0.
Yeah, Atalanta's
Or
doing
1-1.
well, but like I expect Atalanta to have a dip. I expect Napoli to have a dip. I think that's how the league is. So it's not lost and gone. It's not completely not.
Oh, I think season's over.
No, I mean, if we say like this, yeah.
Yeah.
If we make a change, it's not gone, in my opinion. It's still way too early to say it's gone.
Yeah, if we change the coach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
No, like this, it's gone. Like it's gone. It's gone. It's 7 points. Like for this, it's only 7 games into the season. 7 points playing like this, it's gone. If you make a change, 7 points can be absolutely nothing. It could be gone in a good 5 weeks almost. That's how it is. We've seen it last season. Like that's how it goes. But at the moment, it's not looking good. So I have no idea. Money issue, okay. And then I see people saying, "I'm bringing Conte." How? Like we need to wait. We need to pay Allegri so much money, and we're gonna pay Conte probably even more.
What? Yeah, no, not probably. We will have to pay him more.
So I understand the situation. Or the club is absolutely lying and leaking stuff about wages we cannot pay and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
that's another.
And now it's getting outsourced by like other European media outlets saying, "Oh, but they have to pay 36 million." Like I've seen a bunch of English reports and a bunch of French and other stuff, other countries. I'm like, you know what? No one actually knows.
I didn't tweet that out because it gets tweeted out every day. I'm like, we know by now. We know it's like. They put it out in the newspaper. I read the newspapers. It's every day the same numbers. Like I'm not gonna tweet that out every day.
Yeah,
like we know the numbers.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
What's the point about tweeting out? Oh, it's so much gross next season. Next day it's so many millions net. I'm like, yeah, we know at this point. Like, just move on. That's the situation. Like I cannot believe. At the time, I wasn't on the channel. About 4 years, I was surprised. I'm like, dude, I've never seen that. Like, I've seen things like that, Simeone, but like that was 10 years or something. Something insane. Yeah. But like, probably if they sack him or something like that, there's an arrangement or something in the deal that the money will be very low. Otherwise, you don't get a 10-year deal. But like 4 years for Juve is a lot for a coach.
Yep.
At 9 million.
Is it 3 + 1 or is it 4?
They say 3 + 1. I think it's 4, but whatever.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure. Before we move on to Delit's comments, people are asking to read Zakaria's comments. We went over that, so scroll back if you want to catch up. But like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. People really helps us. We got 75 people in here. I'm not sure how many likes because I can't check that as we speak. But as I'm talking, I'll bring up the list.
23.
Yeah. We're on 23. So get the likes up, please. And as he's getting the delete comments up, we're just basically, today's live is about former players, like very, very new former players. Not trashing Juventus per se, but trashing the way we play. So they're not trashing the club. They're trashing the coaching philosophy. So here's delete. He's pointing to the Bayern Munich crest there. And he's talking to Dutch media. So Delite not holding back on the why he left Juventus this summer. Obviously, again, everyone can read. I think I made a step forward in terms of squad quality. Juve is a great team with great players, and I had a fantastic time there. But Bayern Munich has the ambition to win the Champions League, and I felt like this ambition was less present at Juventus. Now, before everyone starts ripping on him, again, he's right. It's black and white. He's right, but there's nothing like we had ambition to win the Champions League. We did, sorry. But money is an issue for this club, and we could not build on what we had. We get those super megastar signings. We got a Ronaldo, a De Ligt, Higuain, and like we spend big money on big time players. We could never facilitate around them with proper players to get us to the next level. And that's fine. That's what happens when a club is strictly run on ins and outs, on player in and outs. And it's run on, oh, coronavirus happened, so now you lost so much money, you're in debt. That's what happens. if you're still mad at him, I don't know what to tell you. Get over it. Like,
Yeah, he's right. Like,
yeah,
he didn't lie. He didn't lie. I know that. I know the situation of the club, so I can, how do you say that? I can put that in perspective, but it doesn't take away we made horrendous decision. I retweeted that tweet where we basically, I don't know, you sent me that tweet where we are overpaying for market. No, did you send me that tweet? No, but I retweeted that.
You retweeted it.
We're just overpaying and everybody knows that,
So I'll say it out. Since 2012, a company called CIES, they have their own algorithm to calculate how much a player's worth. Not shitty transfer market. Don't use that. But CIES has an algorithm that calculates how much a player's worth. And since 2012, so it's 10 years, we have spent 234 million euros over what the players are worth. Continue.
Yeah, that's
second most in the world.
That's insane. But we know that,
Yep.
And that's also an issue because the club management or whatever you want to call it is not good at this point. We make so many changes. People leave, come back in the back room. That's what it is. Now there are rumors we want a new sporting director. It's a bit all over the place. It is. We don't really hear what Cherubini is doing. Like, do we? No, not really. Nope. It's always Arrivabene who speaks, and Arrivabene gives you the non-bullshit answer. Like, he says what he basically thinks and actually means. I believe. Besides, when he's lying, we're not making signings. You can see that in his face. That's not true. Blah blah blah. I get that. But like when he comes out and say, "You're crazy if you think we're gonna sack Allegri," I believe him. I believe him 100% when he said that. I will doubt him when he comes out saying something like, "Now it's not the moment to talk about." Then I know he's lying, and it's the moment to talk about.
Yeah,
that's how I see him. But like he's the only one who speaks. We haven't heard from Agnelli for a while, and usually when things go south, he comes out some way.
Aren't they talking Friday?
I don't think they're going to talk about the club in terms of what's happening on the field. Maybe they will say, yeah, it will go the new direction, blah, 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 one quote. But I don't think they're going into detail about, where the club is going. I think it's more financially and, structure of the club, whatever. Things we as a fans really shouldn't be, caring about, to be honest. But that's the situation at the club. We're not competing. We're not even competing for the league, so let alone for the Champions League. We're out of it, basically. Like the chances of us making it through the next round are basically zero at this point. It is what it is. So that's gone. And yeah, like everything is in shambles at this moment in time. Like, remember when I don't want to say I'm right because I'm not saying, but after the Sassuolo game, we were getting a lot of stake because we won and we basically said it's not good. Like it's still not looking good.
It wasn't good. We could have conceded like 3 goals that game.
Yeah, I was like, it's not looking good. We won. I'll take that win. It's the first game of the season. I'm like, okay, let's see. But like, it wasn't good. It was basically Di Maria that game. Like it was him.
Yep.
It was absolutely him. That's it. And we were getting a lot of stake. Oh, be happy. It's one win. Just take that win. I'm like, that's how Sampdoria fans probably are viewing the season. We got to win. Be happy, man. Because I predicted them to go down. But like, they're fighting relegation. So if they get a win and they enjoy it for a few days, I get it. I'm not going to get a win against Sassuolo and be hyped about it for the rest of the week when I see and feel this is not looking well. Like, I'm looking ahead. Because we need to look ahead. And that's what we did at the time. And we were getting a lot of stake. And I saw it coming. Like, I felt it. Like, it felt like last season. And match day 2, 3, you felt like it's even worse. Like, it's worse than last season, basically.
Okay, but you could see this coming from preseason.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, that's true.
And you made the point of Allegri always has the slowest preseason starts, but this was something else.
Yeah, that was really bad. Like the Atletico game shocked me. Like I was shocked, and that was worse than losing to a City D side in preseason all those years back. It was worse because that was his first season. I was like, I don't care, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a week before the season started, and I'm like, we are not even. Like, we are miles away from being ready. Like, fitness-wise, I'm like, it looked like we didn't do anything in preseason.
Correct. That's what my point
It looked like we just showed up that afternoon, and Allegri was like, we're playing Atletico today, guys. Just get out there. And players were like, whoa, now? We just woke up. Like, that's how it felt. So I was very worried. And against Oswald, I was like, okay. Fitness-wise, it was kind of okay. It was better than I expected. But I was like, I know it was Di Maria. You know, if he doesn't show up the next game, we're kind of screwed. Then he picks up an injury, we were screwed. We were screwed. And I saw a lot of, even today, like he picked up the red card. Idiot. Like his head went south. And I think it's not the last one, if Allegri says. It will happen more often. That players 100%. Will do something weird. But after the red card, I saw people saying, but like he didn't do anything yet. Like he was rushed back. He was rushed back against Fiorentina. When before the game, Allegri said, he's not really ready, man. I'm not sure. He just came back. You still played him, boom, injury. And then you expect him to come in and perform out of nowhere. He's not fit. Like you're just in and out. Like it's a mess for him also. Like it's a mess. New team.
And that's why they have beef. Well, not beef, but they apparently are linked to having a falling out already.
I mean, in front of the cameras, he was questioning his decision. So I think
Milik,
that's
why'd
obvious.
you get taken out? Milik's like, I don't know.
So I think that was obvious. But like on Sunday, he was an easy scapegoat. But like a lot, like not the main focus. But like there was too many focus on Di Maria that game. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that. Don't do that because you're going after a player who lost his head, made a mistake. By the way, 2 game suspension is absolutely ridiculous. Like I need to laugh at it. Like it is what it is. But whatever, 2 games. He made it. He messed up. But like I think Vlahovic is on the edge of doing the same thing. Like just
every
one
time you
quick reaction.
Time,
I'm scared. I'm like he's gonna hit someone at this point.
That dude is a ticking time bomb.
He scored one open. Like his last goal from open play was against us wall.
And it was a ricocheted pass into his path.
Like he is.
Like it was a scrappy goal.
He's living off scraps. And when people say he needs to do better build up, I agree. But not for 90 minutes, 7 great games straight. Like that's not him. No. Like you could have bought. I don't know. You could have bought Petagna to do that crap.
Yep.
You didn't need to pay 70 million euros for Vlahovic to control the ball for 90 minutes. You could have got Petagna for 10. He could do that job. Like it's ridiculous what we're doing now. I have no idea how the club is sitting there and it's like that's a good 70 million investment. That's looking great for us. It's not. If he comes out in the summer and he's like, I'm out, you're not going to get 70 million.
Nope.
So I don't know what the club is thinking. Like investment wise, the players are all decreasing in value. So not sure what the club is thinking at this point. With the club, I mean Agnelli. Like Rivabene doesn't agree, but like Rivabene will do anything Agnelli said. Like he's his lapdog. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The only one in that board. Yeah, the only one in that boardroom is Nedved. Also, he speaks up because no way is Agnelli gonna sack Nedved because if he does that, fans go wild. Like it is what it is. Like he cannot do that. I think he knows, and I think Nedved knows that he's in that position in terms of like he cannot sack me or whatever or.
Nedved has a lot of power with no power at all.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because if tomorrow, like even leaks to the media, like that cannot happen because fans are not gonna, they're not gonna buy it. Like they're not buying tickets at this point. And not because Nedved is doing an amazing, like, he's building a squad just purely based on reputation. And if you let him walk now or whatever, or he walks, that will look so bad on Agnelli.
Yeah.
Who's already on the hot seat. Like I say on the hot seat, like, but he basically owns the club with his family. So what kind of hot seat is it? They own the club.
I mentioned, I think I said this yesterday. apparently there's a celebration called Immaculate Heart of Mary in Italy Day, and on December 8th. I was like, what's that going to look like when Elkin and Agnelli have their
Yeah.
dinner?
When people say, "Oh, sack him," I'm like, I mean,
That's not how that
yeah,
works.
but like that's like it's family, and I know it's an asset, but like I keep saying it, Juve is not their biggest asset. It's not even close
Nope.
in terms of value. Like it is not. So I don't think Alcon is gonna say to Agnelli, "You're sacked now." Like they own the club, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work. It's not gonna.
That's
If
it.
Agnelli goes, I think he will step down. I don't think he will let his cousin sack him. Like I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. Ever.
Maybe John says to Andrea, "Hey man, what do you think about not doing this anymore?"
Just take Ferrari under your wings. Just do that.
Yeah, you want to just do Ferrari stuff? You want to go drive a car and lead that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's we know we're in a disaster. It's only the second day of the international break as well.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for what's going to happen on next Monday when there's no games again. It's the second week. What bizarre rumor is going to come out next?
I think yeah. I mean, to be honest, the rumors should be cooling down now because I mean, the result. It's Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday now almost.
Yeah.
It's gone. Like you will get recycled news now. You know, like I said
Yeah.
about the so many millions to sack him. Like it's recycled at this point. That's what you're gonna get until the end of. I'm gonna say until next Tuesday, Wednesday, basically. And then you will hear some, because then the players come back, you know, and you hear some things about he's not happy or like he had a good time at the national team, whatever. But like now, it's gonna be all recycled. Some rumors about random coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting sacked. I think that's obvious now.
No, he's not. Or else they would have, like, if it was happening, they would have done it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they fire him next Monday. There's like, I wouldn't put it past us to do that. Yeah, we had a whole week, and no, he's fired today. Yeah, whatever. It's because he went to horse racing practice instead.
I wouldn't be shocked if the club does something like that. Like next Thursday, like 2 days before for the game, you're out.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, not a good time, especially when a lot of former players are calling it how it is, but they're calling him out. So they're basically saying, Allegri, you're the issue. I like the club. Is that the gist of it at least?
What Agnelli's saying?
No. What like Ligt, Zakaria, what these guys are saying. I like the club, but I don't like the way we play, and that's on the coach.
Remember, there was a time when we were shipping out players, and they were basically like, we didn't really want to go. Great club. Now they just can't wait to get out of here. I think the ultimate banter will be if a player like McKennie comes out and say, "I'm happy I left the club." I'm like, you little, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
like that would be the absolute disrespect of players of that quality come out and basically say, "I'm happy I'm out of here." I'm like, oh boy. Like,
do you know what the thing is though? He will say that because he has that type of personality.
yeah, then I will rip him. Like, I don't care. Like if he comes out and say that, I will rip him. Because I'm like, you're staying.
And by the way, I saw a comment as the live chat's been going. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do that for us. I saw a comment earlier saying, why is nobody blaming the players? I think we've done that plenty.
Yeah, we are past that, you know. Like,
yeah.
There are some players who are not good enough. We know that Danilo, blah, blah, blah. Or like Quadrado. Yeah. But they're not that bad. Like, nobody is going to convince me Udinese have a better squad than us.
Yep.
Nobody's going to convince... Like, even Roma, I said at the start of the season, they don't have a better squad than us. Nobody's going to convince me of that. Like, I'm sorry. We are looking like Monza at this point. Like, it is what it is.
Yep.
We have the same style of play. We have the same fear factor, which is none, basically. I'm
scared of Monza.
I mean, yeah, but like other teams are not scared from like other.
Yeah.
There's no team in this league that's scared of us. And that's absolutely disrespectful. If you are gonna ask, like Cremonese, if they come to the stadium, if they're scared, maybe they're gonna say in the media, "Yeah, it's a big club." Bianco is also like we're going for it. We have a chance. Why not?
Yep.
Why not? Like it's ridiculous at this point. Like I've said it.
Yep.
I watch the games, but I'm like, I still get pissed. But like, I'm not excited to watch a game anymore. Like usually I'm nervous. I'm not even nervous at this point. Like we were playing PSG away. Usually Champions League, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous all day long. From the moment I wake up, I'm like, oh my god, PSG away. Like because I believe we have a shot. So that's why I'm nervous. Like I always believe we have a shot. Now I woke up, I'm like, yeah, PSG away, man.
I was giggling.
I was like,
I was giggling. I was like, holy fuck, Mbappe's gonna. Yeah.
And that's why I'm not stressed.
Mbappe meant you're pulling our pants down. Yeah.
That's why I'm not stressed because I basically accepted, we're not gonna win that game. But like when we played Bayern away, Real Madrid away, all those years back, I knew we were the underdog, but I was like, yeah, we can still win this. Why not?
Yep.
We can still win this. Why not? So I was nervous during the games. Even when we were down 3-0 and went away to Real Madrid, I'm like, it's over, but it's not really over. Like, why not?
Yeah, we could win this game. That's my feeling as well. Is that we could win this game.
We can win this. I'm not saying tie. Yeah, I'm not the tie, but like we can win this game. If something crazy happens, why not? Because that was a season when Roma beat Barcelona, right?
Yep.
Was it that season? No, it wasn't that season.
Was that the year after?
I don't know, but like, I was like, I don't care. Bayern away when we should have won with Evra. I wasn't scared. Like I was nervous because I was like,
game, right?
I was like, we can do it, and we should have done it. Like Barcelona away, even last under Pirlo, I'm like, I'm not really scared going Barcelona away. Like what? Like even then, now, I'm scared to go to Monza away. I'm scared to play Bologna next week. I'm scared. Going Milan away, I'm pissing my pants. Like we're gonna lose that game probably. No, not probably. Playing like this, we will get smoked.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I said either yesterday or Sunday after the game. I was like, if we concede less than 3 goals to Milan, I consider that a win at this point.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke us. if we play like that, like we played away to Monza, and that's the worst game I've seen us play. I think that's even worse than Fiorentina because Fiorentina are actually a decent team. Monza are crap, and we had nothing. Then, if we play like that, they're gonna smoke us, Milan, because they play with an intensity.
Yep.
I have no idea how we're gonna mimic that. Basically, like I have no idea.
You know how we struggled to get the ball to Vlahovic when Armando Izzo and Monza, other center back, was taking him out of the game? Now you got to go play against Fikayo Tomori and either Kjaer or Kalulu.
It's big.
And no Di Maria.
That will probably be
like Keenan Kostic are there.
That will probably.
Oh no, Milik will be back. Ballon d'Or Milik. He's gonna score.
That will probably be the end of Allegri after the Milan game, because I don't believe. I believe we're not gonna win the next 2 games. Like I'm in that boat now. Okay. And based on that, I don't believe the club. Like even Agnelli is like, go to the World Cup, because if you don't win the 2 games, it's not 7. It could be 12, whatever points, 10, 11. You cannot sit there and be like, he's gonna turn it around. He's not.
Yeah.
He's just not gonna turn it around. So.
Yeah. I'm seeing a comment saying Allegri has Pioli's number. We didn't beat Milan last year.
Yeah, I don't know which number he has. I think he blocked him.
So okay? Is that your actual? Is that a hot take from you then? Do you think?
No, that's what I believe.
If we don't win these 2 games, do you think Allegri's out?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do it?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll pull the trigger?
You cannot. Like even Agnelli cannot hold this. He can't.
Yeah, that Bologna. I think the Bologna away or the Bologna game is going to be telling as well.
Yeah,
if he gets a win against Bologna, is he staying now? Is he surviving? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins, of course. Like, they're gonna sack him.
That's crazy.
I mean, why? Like, they didn't sack him now. In 2 weeks, he wins the game, and they're gonna sack him. Like, they're not gonna do it. I think we're not going to win the next 2 games. That's why I'm basing it on. Like, I don't see us winning the next 2 games. Milan away?
Yeah.
No chance. Like, no chance at this point. Bologna at home? Hey, it depends. If Renato shows up.
It's another away game.
Yeah.
We're playing all the games on the road.
We play away. We play away every game. Like, it's bad. It's absolutely horrendous.
But we're gonna have a sick halftime show against Bologna
What?
for all 1,000 people that are there.
Oh, yeah. Good for them. The light show.
Jay the zebra is gonna do some crazy things.
It's absolutely horrendous, by the way. If you're sitting in the stadium, it makes you deaf. And you're like, what the hell is happening over here? Like, even pre-game with the lights, I'm like, just cut the crap out. Like, it makes you deaf. It makes you almost blind. You don't see anything. And you're like, what's the point of this? I look around, nobody's paying attention because they're just coming for the game. So it's actually bad. Everybody's on their phones, like nobody's paying attention to what the hell is happening. But hey, it looks cool. So
It looks great for where I'm sitting. When I'm sitting and watching on the TV, I'm like, wow, that looks great.
yeah, but if you like, it's so loud. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I like. If I went to the stadium now in this current environment and I heard the Coca-Cola halftime show, whatever the frig it's called, and I saw these lights going boom, 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 I'm like, get me out of here. I'm leaving. It's just waste of money, so shit and stupid.
Usually at halftime, I try to go to the toilet, which is also kind of impossible unless you want to miss the first 15 minutes of the first half also.
Oh my God, it's brutal.
And also, if you want to go into those restrooms, that's another thing.
God.
If you have the dare and no smell. But like usually I do that just to get away from, all the noise because it's bad. It's not fun. But hey, it looks cool.
I would appreciate that stuff if the team was good.
I would appreciate. Yeah,
I'm not saying enjoy. I'm saying I would say, yeah, I understand why you're trying to do this. It makes sense.
Yeah. Everything pisses us off now. Like.
Yeah.
Remember
that pisses everything Allegri says pisses me off now. I don't even care if he says Moretti's a center midfielder.
No,
you're right, but that pissed me off.
Just the club. Was it the Benfica game? We were losing, and at halftime they tweet out our partnership with Coca. Was it that game?
No, Salernitana. That was a Sunday game.
Yeah,
the halftime show.
They tweeted it out. I'm like, like I know it's a planned tweet, marketing, but like I'm
don't
like,
do it.
Dude, like read the room, just take the hit and be like, oops, social media manager, I made a mistake. Like I made a mistake.
The people saw it. If you were there, you saw it. You're at halftime and you saw the show.
If you haven't seen it, I'm not clicking on the link to buy a Coke. Like, I'm not gonna buy cola based on that tweet. I know what cola is. Like, I know what it is. Like, those sponsors are just big companies, basically avoiding paying a lot more taxes. That's sponsorships, basically. Avoiding to pay a lot of
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Like, they tweet it out. I'm like, I'm like,
have a Coca-Cola while you're driving a Jeep.
Yeah.
And then the flashing lights will come.
I'm like, don't tweet that out. I couldn't believe they did that. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy what's happening right now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
And you think with all the commercialism and off the field stuff that they'd be okay regarding money? No.
No,
they're not. I don't understand.
Everything is in a mess. Fans.
Yes.
Also, that hashtag is absolutely ridiculous. Like on Instagram.
Does that mean empty stadium or something?
I mean, first of all, it's empty, and second of all, like that's like you still need to support.
Are they trying to not go? Are they trying to boycott going to the games?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you still need to support the players. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's a weird hashtag. We look like a sad, bunch of people now.
Yeah.
Spoiled. We were spoiled. Like, I remember I remember a lot of people saying, oh, it's boring winning, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's never boring.
That's crazy.
Winning is never boring. Yes, we should have been doing better in Champions League, but I'll still take that Scudetto every season, basically, and try to improve to win that Champions League. Whatever. But I still want that.
absolutely.
I still want that title. But whatever. But empty the stadium.
Do you think? Do you think Bayern Munich fans are in a shit? Like, do you think they're sad that they keep winning?
No, probably because they also win some Champions League in between. But like,
well, okay,
I'll say. But I know what my club is. Like, we lost 7 Champions League. I know what the club is. Like, I'm not delusional. Yeah. Like, I'm not deluded or whatever. Like, I'm not an idiot. So I know what the situation is. But like, empty the stadium. Like, nah. Like, we look like we're a laughing stock. By the way, like, people are taking the piss out of us. Like, it's been 3 years now. It's bad, but like, you cannot basically say just empty the stadium after 3 years. Yes, the ticket prices are ridiculous. That you can protest, you know, you can do that, fine. But like, not empty the stadium because they don't sack Allegri. Like, I don't like that. By the way, that's weird.
I agree with not. Sorry, I don't empty the stadium. I don't agree with that. But I agree with not boycotting, but peacefully protesting outside. I agree with that stuff, to pressure Agnelli to do something.
Yeah, but I don't like empty stadiums and stuff.
No,
that.
because you still have to cheer the players on because the players need the help. I get that. They need the help more than Allegri's giving them help. You know what I mean? You have to be their,
I know,
what's it called?
I'll keep
their
saying
backup.
this. If the fans were in the stadium like they should be, like, let's say if the stadium was like 6 years back or whatever, it was rocking. I don't want to be passion, but I believe he would have won more games. Like, I actually believe that.
It gives you the extra gear, man. Of
yeah,
course.
It gives, like, purely based on being out there as a player and feeling like, okay, those people are behind, and just purely based on, forget about systems, like purely based on, you know, they're pushing us. They're basically pushing us, and it happens. Like, it happens in a lot of stadiums. Or like teams where you're like, oh, they're crap, but how did he? But the stadium is rocking, and like, they did it. Yep. They actually did it. No idea how.
Yep.
But they did it. It happens a lot. But like,
no, absolutely.
The players go on to that pitch. They look around. It's empty. It's silent.
Their confidence goes down.
They hear the away fans, and
energy goes. Yeah.
And it's not going well on the pitch, and all those things they're a factor. Like, confidence, like you say, is low. You misplace a pass, boos from the stands, like whistles.
Your head goes down.
You're gone. Like, 1 player, 2 player, 3, it's done. It's done.
Also, when you're playing and you see that corner, that when the field Juventus are on this side, in that corner, the away fans, they are on their feet. They got their flags, they got their flares going, and you see, and Juventus players looking at that. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. I agree.
And then right beside it, in the middle, there's no fans.
Yeah, the situation is not good. It's not good. It's actually very bad, you know. And then, you know.
So I agree with you. That hashtag, we should not be.
No, I'm not gonna push that because I'm like.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, the club, like, I know, and like at the end of the day, the players still need you. They still need the fans, and I know they're not performing well. Whatever, it is what it is now. But you not showing up it's not gonna magically make them perform. Also, it's not gonna make Agnelli be like, "Oh, you guys don't show up, now I'm gonna sack him." Like, he's too proud. Like, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen. He will sack Allegri when,
the time
like I said,
right.
like
for him.
When we let's say we lose Bologna, Milan, then I mean, like, it's like even he needs to be like, okay, that's it. But that's not based on an empty stadium. It's based on, I mean, even he is like, this is not good enough now.
Yeah.
He's not gonna sack Allegri based on you guys not showing up, or like any people showing. Like, if I were in Torino, I probably would have a season ticket, because why not?
Oh, I would.
I would still go. Like, I would be stressed. I would be still going. I'm just being honest.
Absolutely, I would still going. Too. I'd be, yeah. It's all relative though, right?
Yeah.
Some fans do things a different way.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know, but like, also that hashtag is being online. I don't think the people who have season ticket holders are gonna not show up.
Are seeing that, yeah.
But the issue is, I don't know how many season tickets we have, 60, 70,000 this season, something like that. It wasn't a lot. At some point, it wasn't a lot. So I don't know the exact numbers. The issue is now, like the non-season ticket holders, they are staying away. And like people know, like the fans, like most of the fan base comes outside of Torino. If you need to come on a Saturday evening, Sunday evening, Monday you have work, and this is what you're putting out there on the pitch, people are going to stay away. They're not going to make that trip. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's purely... Also, it's getting expensive. That's the second reason. But like,
I saw 170 euros for the middle grandstand.
70?
Sorry, no, 170 euros, not million. That was my fault. 170 euros.
I saw 130. I don't know.
130? Okay.
I saw 130. Behind the goal.
Is that a lot to you guys? Sorry, we went over this again, but is that a lot to you guys?
Okay, for me at the moment, it's not a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
Okay.
It's still a lot. Like, okay, I will say that. Like, compare that to Bayern and stuff, like, it's a lot. If I compare
in comparison to other top clubs, yes.
If I compare that, and it's not the same, but let's say I'm gonna watch my team where I live play. It's first division football. Like, it is what it is. And even when they play Champions League football, it's very cheap. And I know it's not the same, you know, but like the difference is still
Champions League. Yeah,
it's still big.
Right? Yeah.
The difference is still wow. A lot of friends of me ask, come watch Dortmund because it's not far away. Gladbach. When they tell me the ticket prices, I cannot believe it. Like, it's 20 euros or 50, 70, 18 euros. I'm like, what?
Okay, so in comparison, where would you sit there though? Like near the middle?
Yeah, middle. Okay, maybe at the top. One time, Dortmund against Schalke. So the biggest game in Dortmund.
The biggest game in
biggest game. Midway, almost at the half, it was 67, something like that, euros for a ticket.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap. Or like cheap. It's cheap. If you're sitting behind the goal, it's 15 euros or something, 18 euros.
Wow.
And that's what they are charging over here on my side, basically. And it's not the same level, but like, that's 18 euros behind the goal, whatever. At Juve is 30 behind the goal, and then if you go down, it's 60, 65, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But like, behind the goal, Dortmund, I have friends, they go to games, or Gladbach away at home, because it's very close. It's like 20 euros they bet. 20, 25 at times. Like, but that's Germany. Also in Germany, away fans, they have a set price. That's it. No club can go beyond that price. That's it.
Awesome.
Because I remember a few seasons ago, Juve play away, the prices from the away sector, they just go up. I'm like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay. No. That's absolutely not okay. Like, there's still people. Like, it's not that they support Juve, you need to charge. And people saying, it's demand and thing, and it's still not fair. But Germany is miles ahead. In terms, like, those stadiums are packed. Like, watch Köln, Kaiserslautern. I think that's third division now. Those stadiums are packed. Fighting relegation, second division, packed. Why? It's cheap. The stadiums are decent. That's also important. But it's not that expensive. And yes, they earn more in Germany. I get that. But still, the ticket prices are very, very cheap in Germany.
No, absolutely. So I was just trying to compare that because obviously here, Toronto FC, you know shit MLS is. Toronto FC, you pay for that same ticket that you would pay for Juventus at the Allianz Stadium. You'd pay probably $175 to $200 for MLS. So like when I'm thinking 130 euros, like you said,
it's a lot of money.
I'm like, okay, but I would still do it.
But keep in mind,
I would 100% do that. Yeah.
You're probably not going to go alone to the game. So you're gonna with your
I get it.
Going with your or with your kid or whatever. Like it's not 130. It goes up.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of money. And people say, "I'll buy a season ticket." People don't. They can't miss $1,000. Like that's the situation at the moment. So he needs to make a decision at this point. He needs to.
No, seriously.
The price. Okay, you can drop the prices. That won't still not bring the atmosphere back. We know what the issue is. We know what the issue is, and it's not a good issue to have. If you have Benfica fans taking over, even when they were down. I'm like, this is not healthy. And the last...
Okay, so do you remember the first 20 minutes of that game against Benfica? We were awesome. We were doing well. Those fans were still incredible in that corner.
The last game I went to the stadium was pre-COVID. It was Milan when Dybala scored. And the fans were on strike. They were on strike, so they were silent. And I was sitting close to the away end from Milan.
The Milan fans were silent?
No. Our fans.
Ours.
Like, they're already in turmoil, blah, blah, blah. They were in the stadium, but like, they were in silent. It was just 90 minutes of Milan fan. It was horrible to witness.
Yeah.
Like, it was good to watch. Like, they were having fun.
Yeah.
But in the stadium, it was horrible. It was just them. It was just them for 90 minutes. And it wasn't a good, look. It wasn't. So I've been there. I've seen how it is.
Yeah. Silent
away fans, taking over. That's not how home games should be. Ever. No. Like, never. Like, if Sassuolo play at home, I get it.
Yeah. When did Agnelli decide to remove
pre-COVID?
Not the ultra. So near the time where you went to the Milan game.
Okay, he didn't ban him, but like then he basically at some point the club said no flags, no shirts with names on.
That's what I meant by banning. Like they banned all the.
No, okay, they're not banned. They can come in, but they cannot.
Yeah, the fans can come in. Yeah.
Yeah, they can come in, but they cannot wear a T-shirt with the name of their group on. Like, that's already not allowed.
Wow.
That's the situation at the moment. That's what it is.
If we had like 50 Bianconeri's members, and we had all the T-shirts on, that's different. You
can do that, but like those fans, they cannot come in with shirts with their group names on. Those fans. They cannot do it, and they're like, okay, then we don't come in. Like, screw you.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the situation at the moment, and small groups are in it, but like they're not real part of it. And that's why it's still nothing. That's the situation. Away, they go away.
Yeah, I saw them in Monza.
Yeah, they go all away games because
I saw them. Yeah.
We have a Belgian club part of it over here in the French part. Yeah. I know someone who joins. He goes away days. Like, it's fun. He says it's amazing. At home, they don't show up because they're allowed, but they're not allowed. Basically, like it's not a good situation.
Okay.
At some point, I know he's very proud, but surely at some point he's like,
you gotta read the room.
He needs to read the room, and like he cannot sit there in that stadium and be like, "This is great, man." Like, surely you cannot, like, even if you're a very proud man. Like, that Benfica game was a perfect example. Like, it was empty, you were losing, those guys were having fun. You cannot basically sit there. You can see everything. He has a great spot, and be like, "This is great. This is how."
Do you think he stayed till the end?
Of games.
Agnelli? Yeah. No, like after the final whistle's been blown. Do you think he stays after and sees what happens with the players and the fans at the end? Like that situation.
He'll know what was happening. Remember when it happened? The first time when they went to the away fans, to the fans to apologize? I don't know if it was live for you. I was like, that's so wrong. Or I said it in the group chat, I'm like, you look weak. Like, it's the...
You said exactly what I was going to bring up next.
I'm just like, it's the start of September. Like, what the... Like, come on. Like, man up. Like, it's the start of September. You're at the fans basically saying, "Oh man, we have no idea what to do. I'm sorry, man." Like, you're 6 games into the season. You look weak. And that's basically what they say today. Like, you guys look weak. They basically said, if we had a problem with you guys, we're still here supporting you. If we had a problem, we would have showed up at the training ground, and we basically would have looked you into your eyes. Like, we didn't ask you to come over and do this every week. Like, we're still here supporting you. And that's when they took a shot at Bonucci, because they were assuming he is orchestrating it. And they're basically saying he's weak, and everybody who's following him is looking weak, and it's a bad example. Like, you're looking weak at this point.
Does that mean they're agreeing with Di Maria and Paredes and McKennie and Cuadrado?
Yeah, just walk in. Like, man, you messed up. You don't, like, if you lose to Bologna, do the same game. Like, come on. Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay. I just want to know where their heads are at, because obviously, like you said, they're the ultras. They're already at odds with management, and they're calling them out at this moment, right? They
Yeah.
said that management should be where you players are right now.
Yeah, now what is
Did I get that
exactly?
right?
They were assuming basically like you
Yeah.
guys shouldn't be standing here, like basically
Yeah.
others,
Okay.
and you shouldn't be doing this now. Like they basically said what I said weeks ago, or like when it happened.
Yeah.
Like it's start of September. It's basically they basically say you're already giving up at this point. That
Yeah.
you guys in September are in front of us asking for apologies twice in the space of a
Yep.
few days. It makes you weak, and it makes you look weak, and it makes you look like it's done. Like we don't know what to do anymore. So sorry.
Yeah.
And they're right, by the way. Like it's not a good sign.
I agree 100% with them. There's no need to do that.
We didn't
If it's
even
like,
do that in
sorry, I was gonna say
2016
that's yeah.
when we were 15th place and we had 4 points or something like that. We're not doing
Yeah.
that. Like Buffon
Last year
was
we
going
didn't
to
do
the
that.
fans and we're basically saying, "Shut," pre-season
Yeah.
at halftime. We were losing against Kiev, was it, or Bologna? One of the two. We were losing 1-0 at halftime, and they were getting booed.
Whistles. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Nah, not having this. You guys need to support us at this point, at this moment in time." But then again, if Bonucci does that now, he'll probably be eaten up alive. Nobody's gonna
100%.
Nobody's gonna take that. That was
Whatever
Buffon.
Bonucci does, the opposite will be supported.
Yeah, that's why.
I think he's at that stage of his Juventus tenure. Whether he deserves it or not, it's a different thing. But that's I think where people stand.
Yeah, like him taking that, front, whatever. Like, I think he is the reason the players are showing up there. I think Di Maria and players were like, I'm not having this. Like, come on, it's
I know.
it's 6 games in. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is ridiculous. And I remember at the time I said like, yeah, like it's weird. It's actually weird. Like if you go over, you applaud them and you walk away. Fine, they made the trip. I agree with that. Like that you need to do. Just go up, applaud them, and walk away. 10 seconds. Not go there on a line with the entire squad and just be
And
there
stand like this. Yeah.
and then basically, yelling at you. Like that's look weird. Go over, clap them, for making that trip. Get out of there. I get that. That's fine. Like standing there for a minute or two, I don't know.
Hands on your hips, like half crying. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Bonucci was almost crying at home when he was standing there. I'm like, Jesus.
It looked like Danilo was crying at Monza.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're looking ridiculous. Like, we're on the pitch of a freaking Monza. First time they won, first time in the Serie A, first game they win against us. You're crying over here on that pitch. I'm like, nah. Like, people, like, other clubs are seeing this, other players. They're like, it's a shit show. They're in a mess. Yeah. We're having a good time.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm going to say probably in pre-games from other clubs. People might sound this ridiculous. They probably show that clip and basically be like, look at the state of that club, of those players.
Yeah.
We have a shot. I would do that if I were a coach. I would play that clip. I'll be like, look at these guys. They're crying on the pitch for losing against Monza. Big Juve. They're crying. Like it is. Like that's what's happening at the moment. Ridiculous.
That's funny. That's really funny. I was gonna say, that meme of Ronaldinho licking his lips?
Yeah.
I can see Arnautovic doing that right now as he lines up on Sunday.
Or that other. Yeah. With the Champions League anthem clip. That one.
Yeah. He's ready to rock.
I saw a tweet.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet. Someone using that clip saying, I forgot about it. Something like, if Allegri wins this game against Bologna, 97 million with an own goal from, I don't know, some random Bologna players. And then
Cambiaso.
That would be big.
Cambiaso own goal, 94th minute. Juventus wins. Wait a minute.
Playing below average for an entire season, then show up.
Yeah.
For us.
My goodness. Yeah, so a lot of things came out today that were negative. Again, another negative day in the news.
Yeah.
The Ligt, Zakaria, the ultras about Bonucci. We're not in a good place right now, and the thing is, we're not going to be in a good place till we play again. If we win, And that's 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from now, because we're in the international break. Oof. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a long 2 weeks.
Oh, it's going to be a long 2 weeks. It is. Usually I hate international. I still hate it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to watch international football. Like, I have enough. Like, I don't want to watch football at this point.
I was gonna say, do you really want
I'm
to
not
watch
gonna watch.
Italy's B team against
I'm not
England,
gonna watch.
who are preparing for a World Cup?
Oh, they're playing England? I didn't even know that. Like, I don't know when they play. I'm not going to watch. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'll probably see some clips. Like, I'm not, like, I have other things to do.
Sorry, can I say one more funny thing? If Italy tie England on Friday, which I think they might do, Italy has to play Hungary in their second game, and Germany plays England in their second game. England, if they don't pick up points at all, they're going to go down to the B level.
I know where you're going with this.
No, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, I was going with even more games for our players. So they're probably, if they make the final four.
No, there's no other games.
I mean,
no, because we're not finishing first. We're not finishing first.
Hey, you never know.
Sorry, when I say we, Italy's not finishing first.
Hey, you never know.
But also, we only have Bonucci and Gatti there.
Yeah, but at that time, Chiesa will be back. Locatelli will probably be in the squad again.
Oh, for the Nations League.
Yeah. I don't know when that is. Like, I don't either. I didn't even know they were playing England, by the way. I don't want to watch any football at this point. For now, I'm good.
I'm gonna watch Canada play Qatar.
I mean, yeah, like.
And Uruguay.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, those sound like prime games. What are you talking about?
I'm not watching. Jesus Christ.
You're not gonna watch your Belgians because you're pro-Belgian, right? That's your team.
Yeah, I'm not even that. I'm not gonna. No, no. Like, it's Nations League. That's for one. They're not going to the World Cup, so I don't even know why I need to watch. Like, they're preparing for absolutely nothing. Mancini
made the team.
Mancini is just preparing to take over from Allegri at this point.
Good.
No, I'm not.
Did you ever? You haven't even come up with a name yet, have you?
No, I don't have a name. I know.
If I rifled off some names, can you name them?
I can name.
If I rifled off some names, can you just say if you would take them or not?
That's not fair. I will take myself now at this point.
No. Like, long term.
Okay.
I'm gonna say some names. Okay. Ready?
But I might say no, and then at the end of the list, I'm like, yeah, go back to yes if that was the list.
Okay, well then you can hop back after.
Okay.
Ready? Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Thomas Tuchel.
No. And I will sound ridiculous, but I will explain why.
Okay. Are you going to explain why?
Oh, now? Okay. It's not the same as Allegri, but I don't think it's going to be a complete makeshift in terms of, like, wow, what is happening here? And I think this team will be burned out too quick for what I want the club to go in which direction. But yeah, if you want now, then I mean, would it be better than Allegri? Yes.
But I'm saying with the obviously you have to think long-term outlook as well. So,
no, long-term no, because I think he will burn out the squad.
That's fine. Italiano.
No.
Okay. Conte.
No.
Zidane.
Yes.
Montero.
No. No.
Carrara.
No. Oh, it gets worse.
Juric.
Yes.
Tudor.
Not yet.
Mancini.
No.
Pirlo.
No.
Okay. So you said yes definitely to Zidane.
Yeah, I mean.
You said probably to Amorim. And you said no to pretty much everyone else.
Yeah, and people say Conte. I don't want the club to go back to old things. Like, I had enough of that shit. I had enough. And Conte will probably come in and he will do well. And then probably will leave after 2-3 years. That's how I see it. Like I want something completely. What I want, non-Italian, not linked to the club. And yes, I know it's yes to Zidane, but like that's the list you gave me. But
you want me to name more? I just named you 10.
yeah, but like they all had almost ties to the club, basically. You know what I mean? But like I want something completely. I want something completely different. I know it's not gonna happen. Like it's a dream that we get someone in who hasn't no ties with the club whatsoever, and the club is a bit more loose in terms of it gets more stays. Like they don't be like, hey, Zidane, we're giving you Fratesi, make it work. Like I don't want that. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want something. It's not gonna happen, by the way. But I base my opinion on the list for that. And I know Zidane wants a French job. Like I know a lot of these names are not realistic, by the way.
Yeah, I just threw some names out. See what tickled your fancy.
But if people say I want Conte, then yeah, fine. Like I understand why you want Conte. I get it.
But I also gave you the long-term outlook project, which I get because Conte is going to leave after 2 years.
Also, like
same with Tuchel. Tommy Tuchel doesn't last 2 years.
You know what would be absolutely, I won't say hilarious, but it's depressing. The club brings Conte back, and at the same time, they're like, "You guys, you can enter the stadium again." Those guys hate Conte at this point, and it's already a mess.
Oh,
that would be absolutely.
There you go.
What the club like? That would be not shocking, but absolutely hilarious to a certain extent.
Yeah. So we got another list here. We got another list here. We'll go rapid fire.
No to Ole. I saw the chat. No to Lou.
No. We got other ones. Don't worry about Solskjaer. Don't worry about Allardyce. That's banter right now. Hansi Flick.
No. Why? Okay. I think he took the Germany job, and I think he's done by then. I don't think he wants an edge. I don't think he's done. Personally, so I don't think he has that desire anymore. That's why he left Bayern to do the Germany job. It's less training, more days off. That's what I believe.
Okay. Gasperini.
No.
Udinese Sotil.
Not now.
Not now. Okay. Pochettino.
No.
Didier Deschamps. All right.
No.
So you want pretty much off the board.
Yeah. I don't want that. I'm done. Yeah, and I said yes to Zidane because he's still. He's a dream. But no, I will take Juric. I'll take him. I know people in the chat will laugh, but I'll take him.
Someone said we can't sign Juric or Italiano. We can't sign anyone from the league.
Sure, you can.
I was gonna say why not?
Just pay him off. Just pay them off. If they go to Fiorentina and you're like, we don't want to sign, we're done. Just quit my contract. You've paid it off, then it's done.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a rule unless they change that, but that will be ridiculous. That will be a very strange rule.
Did Inter not do that for Inzaghi?
No, that was at the end of the season. He took over.
Okay. So this is strictly.
Yeah, maybe it's a rule mid-season, which I have never heard of. And if it's a rule, it's ridiculous. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I don't get the rule, then. By the way.
Yeah.
I don't get the rule. If that's a rule, but I don't think it's a rule. Like it shouldn't be a rule. If so, who voted yes for that should also leave.
Yeah.
Like if
FIGC, everyone at FIGC should leave.
If you go to Juric and like you can take over, he's not gonna say no.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna say fire me. He's gonna go to if he says no, sign a coach.
I kind of respect him if he's like, no, I finish the season. I respect that, but like I think the chances are very low that he's gonna say no.
Yeah,
that's how I think. We can't sign anyone from the league mid-season. Is that a rule? I don't get it. No idea. Is there a rule?
My Zio says John Herdman.
Who? Who?
That's Canada's coach.
Oh. Yeah. Who? Now I want to know, is that a rule?
Anine seems to know. She seems to know a lot of things.
Yeah, then resign.
That's what I said. I said go to Cairo and say, yeah, no, sorry, I'm out.
Like I don't understand what rule that is. Like I don't even understand how the rule works. Like how does it work?
She's saying, yeah, it's a rule.
Yeah, but if Torino's like, yeah, we'll let you go, then like I don't. Or Yuri just like screw it, just rip my papers apart. Like you can get behind that rule. I don't even see how that rule works unless Torino's like, yeah, you're not coaching Torino anymore this season, but we're still not letting you go. They're not gonna pay him. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the rule. By the way,
I don't get that. Yeah,
I'm a bit confused. I'm confused how that rule works.
Unless it's like, once you leave a club mid-season, you can't go to another club if you're fired, but like, or you resign. Because if you're fired, you can get re-signed by another club. But if you resign, maybe they say you can't go to another team.
Okay, that will make sense. Yeah, who made that rule then? Like dinosaurs. Again.
Gravina should not be allowed to run FIGC.
Janine says a coach can coach 2 teams from the league in one season. I never heard about that.
That's not true. That's not true.
I don't know.
How many times? Remember when Genoa fired 3
but it's
coaches in the same season?
Yeah, but they came back to coach the same team.
Oh, I guess.
If that's a rule, which
maybe.
I didn't think like it is, then oh boy, this league is an absolute shambles. If that's the rule, it's ridiculous. By the way, that's a ridiculous rule. Jardim, is he still alive?
When was the last? He was the last at Monaco, no?
Yeah, that's why I asked. Is he still alive? No. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that rule exists because it's ridiculous. So like, I never thought about that rule. Being
imagine imagine you fire Allegri, then you actually can't get these guys that you want.
I don't get that. Like, I don't understand it. Like, imagine, like you said, Juric gets sacked and he can take the Juve job, and the league is like, nah, bad luck, bad luck, guy. Like, what? Yeah, thanks. Just send it over. I'll look at it.
And go look at Chelsea. They signed Graham Potter.
Yeah, in England, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, in Germany, they announced in mid-season, like, hey, he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, not the same season, but like, I mean, they announced it when fighting for the Champions League spot. By the way,
Marco Rosa, remember that one?
By the way, he's leaving the club.
He's out. Yeah.
He's joining the team we're fighting for top 4. By the way, good luck. That's next level.
That's crazy. Sarri's crazy. They're backwards.
Oh yeah, they're backwards. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
VAR cams at Juventus Stadium aren't allowed, but in Lecce they're full field.
4K.
4K full field. You can't have you can't coach 2 teams in the same league. Like, what? Oh my god. Anyway, you have anything else to say?
No, I had enough. Vincent Kompany.
Yeah. Vincent Kompany's doing a good job.
Yeah, he plays good football, but they have a problem with scoring, which is the reason he got sacked in Belgium. They played some decent stuff, but they couldn't put the ball into the back of the net, which is an issue. Nuno Santo, oh my god.
We're bargain, or we're garbage picking now.
Yeah, if that's the rule, then we're screwed, by the way. Or like screwed. Like,
yeah, because no one's cheap, and no one's like, what Italian's just sitting there ready to rock.
Yeah, we're gonna get Carrera or Montero. Like, that's actually gonna happen, by the way.
Yeah.
Unai Emery. He's not leaving Villarreal.
Yeah.
From terror ball to terror ball.
Yeah.
Just like a bit fancier.
If there is a coaching change, it cannot be what Allegri, a similar profile to Allegri. It cannot. And Justin with a firing take. He will name his newborn child after Mancini if he comes to coach the club. So, Justin, are you announcing you're having another boy?
Yeah, I mean...
Or is it a girl and you're going to name her Roberta?
No, that's not what he said. It's going to be Roberto, still.
Okay.
Or just Mancini.
So if you're having a girl, it's Roberto. Or just Mancini.
It goes both ways. Boy or girl.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mancini Soforo. Okay, let's end it here. We got enough. Thank you all for watching today. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We just got over 3,500 subscribers, so thank you all. We really appreciate it. Also, click the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest stuff. Tomorrow there might be a live. We'll see. Thursday, I think there. I don't. What are you doing Thursday?
I don't know. Yeah, there will be a live Thursday. I'll do it.
There will be a live on Thursday, and Friday we have our podcast to record and a special interview with a special guest.
Yeah, we'll drop on Saturday.
It'll drop on Saturday. So stay tuned for that on this channel. I think that's it, right? Justin's going to do his daily videos whenever he can. You might pop up with more hot take videos.
Me?
Because you've been on fire recently.
I'm done.
But yeah. Follow Alejandro at AlejandroBZ on Twitter. Follow Justin Sofro at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Follow myself at Gennady151 on Twitter. Follow bianconerizone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at bianconerizone. Thank you all for watching. Ale, anything else to say to end the show?
No, stay tuned for Saturday for the video, for the interview. Oh yeah, Justin say Thursday after dark, depending on Julia.
Forgot. We're doing an after dark again.
Oh yeah,
we're doing that 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's okay. So yeah, Thursday there won't be a live, but an after dark, by the way. And Jan, we talked about the Ligt, Zakaria's comments, the stadium, and then Syria being in Dinosaur League to end it up, to wrap it up. That's
so
it.
Rewatch it.
Yeah, rewatch
it. Thank you all. Peace out. Good night.